Hey guys, it's Michelle, and well, I got my wet hair and blue dress, and sitting outside with my puppies. Here's one puppy. Say hi, Sam. Yeah, that's my Chiweenie. And there's Cole, my mini Aussie. He's over there. I hope you can see him. Anyway, whoa, this chair's falling. Okay, so we're going along this budgeting journey. We're also going along with the secondary journey of the single dress for 30 days. So as you may remember in a previous video, I told you that this particular dress that I had was already covered with, it had already been pilled up and had, like, I don't know, the dog hair that just won't leave and that kind of thing. So I had a secondary dress with, and it has just a slightly different neckline. It has like a V-neck, but either way, it is the same blue dress. I know it's not technically the same blue dress, but I'm around the house this morning with the dogs, so I'm not gonna wear the one that I'm gonna wear to church, put it that way. But it's still a no thought process. It's still the same dress. It's a no thought process. It's a no shopping process. It's a but I had to have one that was gonna last for the entire 30 days, and this one that I had already worn so much was not gonna make it. So I could have taken the other one and worn only that, but if I'm around the house with the dogs and I'm doing dishes and things of that nature, I think I'll just use this other one for whenever I go to barbecues and messy things, and then I don't have to worry. And it still works. It still works. And I'm taking pictures every day. But just wanted to let you know that it's like the 20th of the month, still 11 or 12 days until payday, which really stinks. It really stinks. So my theme for today is don't bite off more than you can chew in enthusiasm of the process. This is something I'm learning. I already knew going into the month that I was about $1,000 underneath of where I needed to be for the month. So I tried earning money in a number of ways that have not come in yet. Some of those being, well, not try to earn, I guess I get paid back for my travel to appointments for the VA. When I go to the hospital and different appointments, and I had a ton of appointments, so it took a lot of gas. Now granted, my car's not a gas guzzler, but they do pay me back for my travel. I have not seen any of that yet, so I need it, but at this point we're waiting like 2 and 3 weeks. And see, that process used to be so simple. It really, really was. You went to an appointment, you went to a cashier, they gave you the money, you left, you had money to put in your gas tank and enough to come back the next trip. I had to cancel 2 days in a row because of not having the money or get gas enough to go to my appointments. This is happening a lot to my veteran friends because a lot of them have money management issues as well, where we don't plan ahead for the future. And anybody who has to go to appointments 20 days out of a month is going to need gas money, and they're going to need it prior to waiting 3 weeks. I don't understand that whole thing. When they change that up to go directly into your bank, it takes so long for them to process it. And if anybody goes on vacation from those departments, forget about it. It's a real problem. It's a real problem. They were trying to cut down on people coming to appointments to get money, and I can understand, you do make money, but not really, because it has to go back into your vehicle. Like, I'm going to need new tires, I'm going to need tire rotation, oil change. I'm going to need things for my vehicle. Those are the things that it pays for. Plus, they pay you a certain number of cents per mile. I live really far away from both VAs. If I lived close, the check would be nothing. Because I live so far, which is no fault of mine that it's so far, and this is where I get care. Now, I think this is probably one of the reasons why, and I'm happy for it, that the president passed, care in the community for us to be able to choose what doctor we want to go to and things like that. but it also relieves the VA from having to pay large amounts of money for us going all the way to the hospital. And I'm going to use the hospital as much as I can because that's what they're there for. And it's easier to keep my records all together. Now, if it's something like my ankle surgery to where I don't really need them fully involved with my mobility status, and things change with me on an ongoing basis because of my stiff person syndrome. But they just don't need to know all that's going on in my hometown. So I keep it away from. I don't do that. I don't divulge that information to them, and I tell them I had surgery, but they don't get the notes or anything if they're not paying for the medicines or the therapy or anything. Then, which I probably need therapy at this point, and I'll just get a letter to them stating that I need therapy. But they don't need all the records. They don't need them. They have too many records of mine to begin with. Sounds weird. So this turned into a VA rant, and it didn't need to be. For those who don't know what VA is, it's the Department of Veterans Affairs for people who have served in the armed forces. All right. So, anyways, my husband had surgery, and he's in severe pain, and there's going to be a lot of traveling back and forth for appointments for that, which I've got to make an appointment for him. I keep forgetting that he needs a post-op, but he may need to be seen sooner than the normal 3 weeks because he's in so much pain. Yeah, so that's not good. Anyway, back to my budget tips. My budget tip is that don't bite off more than you can chew in the beginning of the month because you think that you've got it all together, that you've planned your budget and that you're going to be great and good to go, because the money that I had thought coming in was going to be my fallback money to finish out the month has not come in, and therefore, I'm falling flat at the end of the month. And it feels like it did before I started budgeting. And this is when people give up and are like, why am I even bothering doing this? Because I'm still broke. And the banks are giving me the runaround. And, well, the bank didn't really give me a runaround. They gave me a list of things to help me to get a home line of credit. But the thing is, do I really want that? If my credit is gleamy and shiny at the end of all this, why would I put my house up? Why wouldn't I just borrow the money? And why wouldn't I seem to be good enough to borrow the money? So I don't see why there would need to even be collateral of that nature. And should I just keep chipping away at the debt bit by bit? I'm never going to get ahead on these high interest loans if I don't get a loan at a lower rate. So I'm going to have to find this help somewhere. I'm just going to have to do smart banking, I guess. Anyway, blue dress and budgeting thoughts. And I'll talk to you more later. Bye.